Hello again, guys, and welcome back to another round of racing with me, Boy Vexed, and the Midnight Oil Racing League's GT7 Championship. So we are here this week at Grand Valley Highway. In my opinion, one of the worst tracks in GT7, but we are here, so let's get it underway. We'll have a quick rundown through the standings. So Mawson at the start of this round, still in the lead with 128 points. We've got Thomas in second place with 118. Too Fast is in third place at the moment with 116. We've got Ice Chad in fourth with 102 points. Chuck's in fifth with 94 points. We've got Asbo in sixth with 66 points. Silent Hunter in seventh with 63. That's Pickle. Dan Bailey in eighth with 58 points. Vexed in ninth with 54. We've got Jerry Smiles in 10th with 45 points. Clutch is in 11th with 38 points. Blood Diamond currently 12th with 19 points. And Danny Jones 13th with 5 points. And Dirty Dubs still yet to pick up any points in this round or in the season. So, after qualifying, Blood Diamond managed to secure pole position. Vexed somehow finds himself to second on the grid. Wayne G starts in third place. Dan Bailey will start in fourth. We've got Pickle starting in fifth. Ice Chan starts in sixth place. We got Chuck starting in seventh. Thomas will start in eighth. We got Mawson starting in ninth. Clutch will start in 10th. Asbo in 11th. And Jerry will start in 12th place. So without further ado, should we get into this first race of the evening? Obviously, two 25-minute races in this series. Let's get it underway. So I think Bez's going to get a very good getaway from the start. The Citroen being a bit of a rocket ship. And there we go. And Vexed has got a very good start indeed. Already passed Blood Diamond. Wayne G's going to follow there in third place. We've got a few moves being made in the background there. Dan Bailey has a look up the inside. Well, he was having a look, wasn't he? Has to defend now to Ice Chan. We've got Pickle there in sixth place. Oh, gets nudged into the wall slightly. He's going to lose a few positions. So Ice Chand now up to fifth. We've got Asbo there in sixth place. He's been challenged by Chuck. Chuck was having a sneaky look up the inside, thought better of it. He's going to tuck back in under the wing. Pickle off in the background again. Thomas currently ninth. We've got Mawson with a very wide line there, very deep through that hairpin. Then we have Clutch at 10th. Jerry is 11th. And Pickle all the way down in 12th now. So Vexed trying to make the most of starting in second place. He's actually opted for the softs in the first stint. It might be a strategic error there. We'll see how long he can hold on to that first place. Wayne G is still hot on his heels at the moment. There's a bit of a gap opening up. But Wayne G has managed to get past Blood Diamond, so he's moved up a position up into second place as Blood Diamond tries to have a look up the inside there. Wasn't quite close enough. A bit of a snap on the exit. Under pressure now from Dan Bailey. Looks like Dan Bailey may be getting the move done. He's pulled alongside. Will he get the move done into the tunnel? And does he? So he is ahead momentarily. Blood Diamond should have the inside for this chicane, but has to back out there. So down to fourth place for Blood Diamond. Ice Chand not far behind though in fifth. And it looks like Blood Diamond coming back again up the inside there across the bridge. He's going to have the inside line for the next tunnel. The two Mercedes are battling out head to head. And Blood Diamond does retake that position for the minute. So Dan Bailey going to have to sit back under the wing of the sister car. Will he opt for the bump draft here? I don't think he's going to. So Blood Diamond covers off the inside into turn one. And actually keeps the position still. So Dan Bailey looking for the better exit now. Looking for the switchback. Pulls alongside once again. Then has to dart back under the wing of Blood Diamond's car. So Ice Chand now in fifth place, not being pressured by anyone at the moment. They've actually pulled out a nice bit of a gap as Dan Bailey up the inside, but then Blood Diamond manages to retake the position. Dan Bailey's gone wide. Ice Chand moves through as well up to fourth place. Asbo, will he get through? Can he get past Dan Bailey? He's on the outside now. Dan Bailey holds the inside line. Chuck was looking up the inside there of Asbo. Oh, I think there may have been... In fact, no, Chuck has managed to get the move done. So Asbo losing a few positions there through that last sector. And in fact, Chuck looking to try and get the move done on Dan Bailey now. And he has managed to get past. So Chuck now up to fifth place. Very good start there from Chuck. Dan Bailey down to 6th. Can he come back from this? Asbo under pressure now from Thomas. See what Thomas can do here. He's going to be able to get past. He's going to have a look up the inside into the tunnel. In fact, no. It looked like Asbo trying to have a go on Dan Bailey there. Couldn't quite get past him. We got Mawson now in 9th place. And Asbo losing 2 positions now. Asbo down to 9th place. And will he go down to 10th as well? Clutch waiting in the wings there. So Thomas manages to move through. We've got Mawson up to 8th place now. Trying to put Thomas under some pressure. Mawson in the Supra. And then we have Asbo being pressured now by Clutch. Will Clutch be able to get past in the R8? Pickle going all over the place in the background there, weaving left and right. Can he get past the Audi? He's looking for the inside now into turn 1. But in fact, it looks like Clutch may be able to stay ahead here. But no, Pickle does get the move done up the inside now. So Clutch down to 11th. Can he manage to return the favour? Jerry Smiles waiting in the wings now in 12th place. That Hyundai is a pretty good car though, to be fair. He's had a good run so far this season. However, so Vexed still in the lead, still commanding the race. 150.3 is the current fastest lap held by him. And he's got a nice couple of seconds gap now over Wayne G, back in 2nd place. Wayne G, who's managed to pull a bit of time over Blood Diamond as well. So gaps are starting to form throughout the field. Ice Chand has managed to creep into the tow range. He's into the slipstream now of the Mercedes ahead. What can he do in that GTR? The Godzilla. So Chuck, after a pretty good start, finds himself in 5th place. He's managed to pull a couple of attempts over Dan Bailey now. What tyres is that? Oh, Dan Bailey with a bit of a snap in the background there, actually on the medium tyre. I thought maybe he was on the hards and that was why he was losing a bit of time, but maybe just doesn't feel too comfortable and trying to save the tyres as much as he can around here. I think he was struggling a little bit with tyre wear. Or was it the fuel? It might have been fuel actually. I think he was struggling with the fuel loads or fuel consumption. So Thomas finds his way up into 7th place. He's managed to gap Mawson quite considerably now. Mawson a couple of seconds behind in the Supra. Can Thomas find his way onto the back of Dan Bailey? We're on lap 4 now. And Mawson trying to close the gap back again to Thomas ahead. Through the second of the 2 hairpins. In fact, the tunnel is kind of a hairpin as well, to be fair. So Asbo back into 9th place. But he has got a charging Pickle in the Porsche behind him. Pickle looking like maybe he's struggling a little bit with grip tonight. Had a couple of sketchy moments earlier. Clutch now 11th and Jerry 12th. So when will Vex decide to pit? Them softs are going to be coming to the end of their shelf life. Almost having a bit of a moment through the chicane, but keeps that gap fairly consistent back to Wayne G. And I think lap 4 is probably too early to pit. I think he's going to go to around lap 5 or 6. So across the start finish, start of lap 5 now. And Wayne G again managed to claw a bit of a gap back to Blood Diamond. So nice bit of breathing space there for Wayne G. Too fast for use in the Viper. Starting to catch Vexed as well, so I think Vexed tyres have started to die a bit of a death. How much time is he going to lose through this lap 5? And Ice Chand under braking, really closing up to the back of Blood Diamond once again. Can he maintain this pressure? And can Blood Diamond keep his cool under the pressure? Oh, he's got deep, that's allowed Vex, allowed Ice Chan through, but no, Blood Diamond retakes the position. He went really deep there, didn't he? He must have got the better exit through that last sector. Keeps Ice Chan at bay for the minute. But Ice Chan does look very racy at the moment. So you can see up ahead how much Wayne G has managed to close the gap to Vex. The Vex tyres have started to die a death. I'm sure he's going to be looking to get rid of them at the end of this lap. Well, Blood Diamond driving pretty consistently at the moment. He's had a couple of small little errors here and there, a couple of little moments, but managing to keep that Mercedes ahead of Chand back in 4th place. So Dan Bailey in a bit of no man's land at the moment. And Vext is into the pits. How many positions will he lose? I think he's going to drop to the back of the field. Down to 5th now. Mawson moves through. So yeah, Vext dropping down the order. How much fuel is he going to take on? 64% it looked like. So actually managing to get past Chuck, is he? Or has Chuck lost a position somewhere? I think Chuck was up to 5th at one point. He's now back down to 6th, but should be starting to pick up the slipstream off of the Supra ahead. So Wayne G becomes new race leader. He is still yet to pit. In fact, everybody's still yet to pit. Vext is the first into the pits. Pickle up to 7th now. And managing to get past Asbo finally. And that Porsche does look like a pretty competitive car. Oh, and Asbo, no! Asbo picks up a second's worth of penalty. Currently 8th place, but he will surely lose that position to Jerry, who is now up to 9th, managing to get past Clutch. Oh, and Thomas as well. I don't know if Thomas has gone into the pit or if he's had a moment somewhere. And there goes Asbo, serving that penalty. Jerry Smiles will move through up into 8th place. Clutch follows up into 9th. Asbo still... Oh no, he lost position coming into the tunnel. Thomas managed to just slot past him up into 10th. So Asbo will have to continue this chase. Oh, it's Clutch looking under pressure now from Thomas. Will he manage to get the move done? Still side by side through the tunnel. Thomas has to duck back under the rear wing of the Audi. Holding on to Clutch's tailpipes for dear life as Asbo looked like he was having a cheeky look up the inside. Not on that occasion though, as, oh, yeah, everything's got a little bit squirrely there. I think Clutch may be losing a little bit of traction through that last turn. Drops down to 11th now. Trying to fight back though against Asbo. And we've got a bit of a battle forming up ahead as well between Thomas and Jerry Smiles. How long can Jerry keep that Hyundai ahead of Thomas in the Ferrari? Thomas almost into the rear bumper there. And he's looking for the inside now, does get the move done. So 11 drivers still yet to serve their pit stop. And Clutch has lost a lot of time now to Asbo. And how is Vex doing behind? So just coming through the tunnel now into the chicane. Actually, you can just see Clutch in the shot there. So Vex now on a fresh set of mediums. Will he manage to move back up into the lead once everyone does serve their pit stops? There's a fairly sizable gap at the moment between him and the leader, but he is starting to catch Clutch ahead. So Wayne G now with the fastest lap, 150.366. That was on lap 4. Definitely putting the Viper through its paces. We're on lap 8 now. I think it was around 14 laps this race, if I remember correctly. And Ice Chand up into second now, manages to get past Blood Diamond. So Blood Diamond has lost a position. He's also picked up a second's worth of penalty. Will that bring him into the clutches of Dan Bailey, who's not too far behind now? He's still a couple of seconds down the road, but may be able to catch as Blood serves his penalty. It's going to be around about 1.5 seconds. It says a second, but it costs you a lot more than that. And yeah, you can see Dan Bailey really starting to gain now, almost, well, actually, after the braking zone, into the slip now of the sister Mercedes. So Wayne G is now finally into the pits. Will Ice Chand follow him in? Ice Chand stayed out. Ice Chand going for the overcut. Blood Diamond has stayed out as well. Up into second place now for Blood. Dan Bailey is up to third. Mawson up to fourth. Pickle up to fifth. Chuck has followed in as well, as has Jerry, as has Asbo. Will Thomas stays out. He's going to move up the order, up into sixth now. So Wayne G re-emerges in seventh place. And Vex is up to 8th with half a second's penalty. That must have been for track limit somewhere, but we didn't quite see it happen. In fact, at the time, I was confused as to why I got it for as well, but that is racing. Clutch re-emerges in 9th place. He's on a fresh set of racing softs. I think everybody's probably going to be changing over onto the softs. Jerry Smiles now 10th, Asbo 11th. Clutch only just coming out the pits now, on a set of racing mediums. I know he's on softs. So Ice Chand, new race leader. He's got a nice gap back to Blood Diamond. When he's going to be surely pitting at the end of this lap. So the top 3 all still yet to pit. And Blood Diamond actually with the fuel indicator warning now. So he's definitely in at the end of this lap. I don't think he's got another lap in that Mercedes. Dan Bailey as well will surely follow him in, and he does. So in fact, everyone, the top 3 all into the pits now. Will Mawson stay? Mawson stayed out. So Mawson stays out, favours track position, becomes new race leader. He's actually got a few laps left in the tank. Will he be able to make them mediums go much further though, or will he pit at the end of lap 10? So Wayne G back up into second place. Will Vex manage to come through into third? Ice Chand. Ice Chand does just lose the position as he comes out of the pits. Vex is back up to third. Going for the softs in the first stint. Has it paid off for him though, the undercut? I'm not too sure. I think he's going to lose a bit of time come the end. Maybe lose a few positions. Possibly still a podium on the cards at the moment. But we'll have to watch this space because Ice Chand is looking rapid indeed in that GTR. Just have a little on board as he's following Vex. And closing up once again. Oh, Vex with a big moment. Manages to keep it. Or manages to hold it. That was definitely a brown trouser moment there for Vexed. On the many laps older mediums now. He pit at the end of lap 5. And there we go. Ice Chand well and truly up under the wing now of the Citroen. Will surely be looking for the move into the tunnel. And in fact sits behind for the minute. Continues to pile on the pressure. Mawson now into the pit, so Wayne G will become race leader once again. And Ice Chand still unable to find his way past Vexed. Biding his time though, he's playing the patient game at the moment. So Wayne G back up into the lead. Mawson, where will he come out? So Vexed and Ice Chand have both moved through, as has Blood Diamond and Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey does get through up into 5th place. Will Pickle get through as well? Oh, a bit of side-to-side contact there between Mawson and Pickle. And Pickle looked like he went a little bit deep there. Mawson has managed to pull back alongside. So that was a decent pit stop there from Mawson. Back out on the fresh softs. And that Supra is going to be pretty quick with the lower fuel load. So I'm sure he's just going to continue to maintain the pressure on Pickle. We had a bit of a wobble there. I think trying to play the defensive game as well. Doesn't want to lose the position, but... Oh, Mawson! Mawson! Oh, Mawson! Almost loses the rear of that car. Very squirrely on the rear end. So Chuck now in 8th, and he's got quite a lot of fuel on that car. I think maybe he's overfueled it. We're on lap 11 now of 14, I believe. 20 minutes into this race, so only just under 5 to go, so 4.5 minutes left. Jerry Smiles up to 9th. Asbo in 10th, but he's got 1.5 seconds penalty. Asbo. Thomas gets through with ease, up into 10th. You can just see Clutch in the background there. So Asbo down to 11th now. Oh, big moment again. That BMW does look very slidey around this track. So Clutch down in 12th now. If he remains there, he will be on pole for the second race, so we'll have to see how that plays out for him. So Wayne G is still in the lead of the race with a nice gap over Ice Chand, who has managed to get past Vex now, up into 2nd place. Vex still trying to hold on though. How long can he stick with Chand? I think Chand has already managed to break the toe. But Vex closing back up through this windy sector. Very twisty sector, this one. But we can see Blood Diamond only a few seconds back now. He's going to be on the fresh racing softs. Will that be enough to be able to close the gap to Vexed and take the 3rd step on the podium? And yeah, look how much he's gaining. He gained hugely through that last sector. But the difference in tyres between the cars are fairly similar. Although Jason is on the racing soft, so technically on the faster compound at this stage. He's going to continue to work on that gap ahead to Vexed. Start lap 13 now. And then we have Dan Bailey in 5th place now. Pickle there in 6th. Mawson is 7th, so still unable to find his way past Pickle at the moment. Chuck having a bit of a lonely race in 8th. Not under any pressure from the cars behind though, as Thomas just gets the move done on Jerry Smiles up the inside there through that last right-hander. Thomas now with the fastest lap, 1:48.566. And we are in the dying stages of this race now. Jerry Smiles. What can Jerry do here? Oh, what? Why? How did Jerry get 1.5 seconds there? That is unbelievably unlucky. And his front left has almost left the chat. So holding on for dear life at the moment is Jerry. As he picks up massive understeer into the barrier, Jerry! Oh, Jerry, no! Oh, he's going to really struggle now on them tyres. That front left is completely dead. He's got that 1.5 seconds to serve as well. I think Asbo may be able to get the position on him. Well, Asbo's tyres looking a bit ropey as well. Oh, Jerry really suffering badly with that understeer. Pulls over off the racing line. Asbo does move up into 10th place. Yeah, Jerry just continues with that understeer. That's heartbreaking for Jerry. He was looking pretty quick in the first stint. So Clutch still there in 12th. I think you can just about see Jerry up ahead. Maybe that'll give him the confidence to try and reel the Hyundai driver back in. But Wendy now starting the final lap. Ice Chand some way back, and Blood Diamond's managed to get past Vexed. Blood Diamond up into 3rd place. Vexed still very close indeed though. Will Vexed be able to retake that position, as Blood Diamond looked like he went a bit deep through that last turn? Closing right back up once again is Vexed. Oh no, big moment there from Vexed. Big snap of oversteer. Managed to keep the car going. And then medium should still be pretty good. They're only half worn at the moment. We'll have to go on board with Too Fast shortly, because he's coming through the final sector. He's only got a few more turns before the start finish. But are we going to see a position change here once again? It looks like at the moment Blood Diamond may have that 3rd place sewn up. Vex closing back up through the braking zone. Oh, Blood Diamond into the wall there. Is that going to allow Vex to come back through? Vex is really trying to put the pressure on now. We've got to go on board with Wayne G as he's going to come across the line now, take the checkered flag and the win in the first race. Ice Chand. Oh, there we go. Vex in the background there. Vex has managed to pull past Blood Diamond. He must have had another moment. Chand, 2nd place. Vex does take that 3rd. Blood Diamond 4th. Dan Bailey takes 5th. Pickle takes 6th. Mawson 7th. Chuck is really under pressure now from Thomas. Can Thomas get past him before the start finish? I don't think he can. Chuck holds on to that 8th. Thomas will finish in 9th. Aspo finishes in 10th place. Jerry Smiles 11th. Clutch will finish in 12th. That was it, guys, for the first race. We'll be back with the second one episode shortly. I will see you there. Goodbye.